Hey guys, it's me Bithika and welcome back to my channel. Well, my roommate just left and I just now got some time to make some video. I know I have not been active for a while, but yeah, I think I'm back, and from this time I will try to upload content on my channel more frequently. I know that a lot of you guys might be preparing for your boards, and I think it starts from February next year, and a lot of you guys might even be under stress. I mean, this is the time when you suddenly become important to everyone. You're like getting attention from everywhere. Your mom gets you like good food very frequently, meals and fruits and dry fruits and all that healthy stuff. It's just that you suddenly become very important in your family, and I know that feeling, like it feels like the world is revolving around you and your exams. So yeah, just to help you guys out, I just wanted to share my board experience, a little introduction. Right now I'm in my second year doing bachelor's of management studies from Jain University in Bangalore, and I gave my 10th boards back in 2020 and I scored a 94.2%. Then I chose the science stream, and in 12th, which I gave back in 2022, I scored a 87.2%. So I think I have been through it and I kind of know how to deal with it. So I'm here just to help you guys out. So I'm no god or anything, but I just wanted to share my experience with you guys so that it becomes a little bit easier for you guys to deal with the exam pressure and everything. So yeah, without beating around the bush, let's get started. Number 1, daily, weekly and monthly planner. I cannot stress on the importance of planning enough, because I feel that a lot of my syllabus got done because I actually wrote my plan off on a page of paper. For science, you have given the number of days that a particular chapter needs, and you have given the number of weeks that a particular subject requires. So like that, you are done making the monthly planner. Now coming to the weekly planning, you decide how many chapters of a particular subject and how many tests are you going to give in the 7 days of a week, because of course no one else knows better than you how much time you will need to finish a particular subject or a particular chapter. And then comes the daily planning. For the daily planning, you just write down what you're going to do today. Like, okay, you can solve 20 questions, you can go through 2 3 chapters for the first time, or you can revise the previous stuff. So yeah, that's how it works. Number 2 is to not forget to take productive breaks. Well, I don't think I have to tell you guys how to take breaks. I think all of you guys know, and all of you guys love taking breaks uh, as much as I did. So the importance of breaks is that it keeps you motivated. Like, suppose you're done with, suppose, one mock test, and then I think, to get the dopamine running in your body, you really need to do something that makes you happy, like taking a walk, or watching something. Maybe you can watch an episode of Friends. Like, you don't have to give up on your entertainment just for the sake of both. And or you can make something, you can cook food if you love cooking, or you can order something. So I used to order a lot, even though it's not healthy, but yeah, once in a while, ordering food and eating what makes me feel happy really helped me and really kept me motivated. Number 3, do not, I say, do not compromise on your health. Please exercise regularly. You can do some normal jogging or walking. You can just take a walk around the park or inside your house. But going outside actually really helps, because your minds get freshen up. And then I think, in my times, I really did exercise. Don't be like me, but I used to exercise more than I would actually study, and my parents used to be like so mad. But yeah, I love exercise, and you should always keep your bodies running and moving, because it is important. Otherwise, you're just going to be very lousy and lethargic, and you're going to gain weight, and your clothes are not going to fit you anymore. I have seen those people who uh, go into this not hibernation, but they just disappear during the time of boats. No matter how much you try to contact them, or how much you try to get in touch with them, they're just not. And they'll be just like inside their homes or rooms, studying and not being active. And that is actually bad, guys. Please don't do that to yourself. And along with exercise, I think you can also start doing meditation if you don't. And if you already do meditation, then I think it's the effects of meditation, because it really helps to calm your mind. You start to think clearly, there's a lot of less buzz in your head. Number 4, very important, please ignore your relative. I mean, I know dur ki bua, dur ki chachi, some weird relatives would come to your home with a hamper, and they were like, abhi sabhi tumhare upar hai. They'll make you feel like as if the board exam and your result is that one thing around which the entire world revolves, which is not at all true. I mean, no one really gives a shit about your board exam. What actually matters in your life is you yourself. It should be important enough for you to do it good. You should not come under pressure. You should feel from inside that yes, I need to write this exam well, and I need to make my parents proud, because your parents are the one who are actually investing in your education. So doesn't really matter. And of course they will be happy if you score good, but they will be there for you even if you don't score good. So yeah, there's nothing to worry about. Just take a chill pill and ignore your relatives, and just focus on your work and your goals. That's all that matters. Number 5, revise, revise, and revise some more. You are going through a chapter or a subject and you feel like, oh, I'm done with it. But then again, just give it like 3 to 4 more days and you just start forgetting everything. So you don't want that to happen on the day of your board exam, right? So even though it sounds very repetitive, or even though you feel like you don't need it anymore, but please have a schedule or have a specific time assigned for your revision, because you have no idea how much revision works. Number 6 is to give time tests. Well, in my case, it was like that. I was very afraid of giving timed tests, because the papers would be more or less like the actual board paper, and I used to be so scared, because if your paper is good, then of course you'll feel good. But in case if you get a bad score, then it's just you're going to feel demotivated. But then again, it's okay to be demotivated. It's okay to to score bad, because I mean, score bad in your mock test rather than scoring bad in your actual both paper. So yeah, don't be afraid of giving tests like me, because I eventually overcame that fear. And you should too. Give time tests. It's okay if you score bad. Just keep on revising the questions as well, so that in case some kind of a similar question comes in your actual board paper, you are able to tackle it. And last but not the least, it's all going to be worth it, guys. In this time, all of us are like so stressed, and we keep on thinking about it, like, what if, what if are the two words that describes our entire board exam preparation days. Because you tend to feel like, what if I don't score good? What if my parents are disappointed? You should not think much during this period, because it's really not in your hands, and it's like the world does not really care. It's just a freaking piece of paper, and a single piece of paper can't decide your future, as someone great said. So please, please, please do not overthink, do not stress about it. It's, of course, it's okay to feel a little nervous, but that does not mean that you'll just you'll stop studying. Or even if you're sitting on that table, you're just thinking about your results and how your parents are going to be disappointed, whether it's going to be good. So it does not really matter. Just make a schedule and work on it. That's all. And just leave everything else on the hands of God. And with that said, thank you so much for watching the video up till this end. I hope that I was able to be of some kind of help to you guys. And do let me know if there's any other kind of content that you want to watch in my channel, or you want from me. I'll surely try my best to help you guys out. Do follow my Instagram. I'm mostly active there. And yeah, All the best. Take care, stay safe, and stay hydrated. And thank you so much for watching my video. And I'll see you guys in my next video.